we are just here, and Patrick is enjoying the mangoes. Let's go.
Vous comprenez?
Anglais.
Tournez la caméra.
At least 70 kilometers away from there's a ferry cross. We just left the nearby town called Bouquet. We'll soon get to a river, and then we'll cross. The navigation showed me that there's a ferry crossing ahead of us. And so initially, or at the beginning of the journey, I mentioned when we entered Guinea, I mentioned that Guinea has a lot of cashew farms, and so as we were coming, we realized that the SD cards for the cameras were full, so we still had to record. So we had to take a break. So here you can see just under these cashew nuts, cashew trees, the pa who is the carpenter here, he gave us mango. See that? Guinea has a lot of mangoes. At some point we thought that's the only fruit they have, but they have several others, just that they love mangoes. And then they also gave us water, and we are resting here at their shop, and they have been very friendly. And that's why we mentioned that, you see, you leave everything at the borders, because there are some wonderful people ahead of you. At borders, you'll be frustrated, you'll be upset, and you may be discouraged, you may be angry. But when you come into the countryside, the cities, you meet wonderful people who will always be willing to help you. Yeah, so we are just here, and Patrick is enjoying the mangoes. That's him behind me. I'm also swinging. The very started, oh, you can go ahead and eat, And I believe possibly this is going to be our breakfast. Since we traveled this morning, we've not eaten. The bike is only eating fuel. We have not even eaten anything. And this is going to be probably our first meal for the day, I suppose. And then we'll see how it goes.
This is how they make their own hammock.
How do they call it hammock?
Yes.
I just said that. Why am I asking you?
Very cool environment. That's the guy standing over there. The big man.
Let's go. rest was over, we took nearly an hour, if not exactly an hour, resting. And then we are back. This is our first feeder road. It started about 6 kilometers behind us. We're going to be covering this feeder road or dirt road for the next 67 kilometers, which means we are going to go slow through these cashew plantations, a lot of them here. So we saw a lot of roasted cashew nuts on our way through to Bokeh, and then after Bokeh. So Bokeh is the major town before we hit the border. And here, I don't know if the river we are about to cross is actually the boundary between Guinea-Bissau and Guinea, or it is fully in Guinea or fully in Guinea-Bissau. We just wait to see what that looks like and how we're going to cross it. It's quite a long distance, 67 kilometers on this dirt road to the river. Is a lot, quite a lot. And I'm particularly concerned about this dirt road because of our back tire, which is not too strong. To hold a truck like this. Oh man, the people here love mangoes. If you enjoy some mangoes, got a time to rest, and then we are back. This road is so tough, but the bush taxis are going more than 50 kilometers per hour. The highest we are doing between 20 and 40 kilometers per hour, but the bush taxis are doing quite higher than that. It's a tough road, and you need all the patience to negotiate it. But if you don't face these things, you are not on an adventure. Tough roads like this make it fun and more adventurous. So you want to stamp?
Il doit cacheter.
Hein?
Il met le cachet. Vous comprenez?
Anglais.
Tournez la caméra.
They always don't want to see a camera. They're asking me if the camera was recording. Our navigation is off, but we are still on the road. We don't know how many we have covered since we last stopped at that checkpoint. It was actually we are not sure, but that could be one of the borders because they stamped the motorbike laissez-passer. I doubted it was a border because they did not ask for our personal documents to be stamped. They only asked for the motorbike and they stamped. So I don't know why. So when we get to the other side, we'll find out. But yeah, bit by bit, we are approaching Guinea-Bissau, one of the two Portuguese-speaking countries in West Africa. And Guinea-Bissau is the only mainland Portuguese-speaking country in West Africa, whereas Cape Verde is the only island nation in West Africa and is Portuguese-speaking. All these riverbeds from Bokeh are all dried. I was just telling Patrick that from Cambia all the way to Bokeh, the weather is basically the same, and then beyond Bokeh, going through to where we are now, the weather looks different, and it may be like this possibly through to Mali, Burkina Faso, there is no sign of any rain in the last couple of days in this area. Whereas this morning we had some rain at the place we lodged for the night. And it makes sense because this point is more closer to the Sahara. So this part of the region should be expecting some significant amount of rainfall all through to early August, where the dry season will be ushered in. Of course, the far east of West Africa is having some heavy downpours already, and places like some places in Ghana are already flooding. Of course, it's raining in Sierra Leone as well. It's raining in Cote d'Ivoire. It's raining in Liberia, and then some part of Guinea. So in case you are planning an adventure trip across West Africa, I guess by now you get a glimpse of when to do that and when not to. From November all the way to February, you can do that, and you can be sure you wouldn't bump into any heavy rainfalls. But any moment beyond March through to August, you can be sure that some West African countries will welcome you with heavy storms. So take note.